This is going to be a market review for Tuesday, July 21st, 2015 for Drummond Energy Bands. Please read our trading disclaimer. We had several questions come in from a couple of different people. One pertaining to the larger picture in terms of the NQ stock index futures, and if our system had anything to say about this particular quick drop. And what we know from our system is that this particular purple energy band from here to here, that is the monthly energy band. This is the actual this is the weekly energy band. So you can see the daily is just kind of fired on up there. And up in this area here, you can see this is today's action. That while we're up in this energy band, we are exhausting up on the weekly and into the monthly resistance of the energy band. And you'll notice that on our right chart, which is our higher chart frame, the 3000 tick for the NQ, that as price goes higher, you can see that this support here gets retraced to for a buy, goes up, puts in some more support, but you can see the market is struggling as we go higher with our, this is a AAA overlap in the upper yellow, and these are two levels of resistance that you can see drawn from here and also drawn from here. So this is a very strong area of resistance. Also, this is our upper energy band here of the 15,000 tick. So this is very strong energy of resistance in the monthly upper energy band. So it's no wonder that the market is just kind of tanked on down from there. The wrap itself, the yellow with the blues and the reds, upper and lower, has a cycle to it, and the energy of the crowd can be seen quite simply using the structure patterns that are identical on all all chart frames. The other question I had was relating to a few different, I think they were all shorts for today. We're just going to go over those quickly. Okay, the question was this down pink arrow here. It's pertaining to this white dotted line, which is our midline. Question is, why aren't we shorting that, which is our trade chart over here? It does give us a red bar on close. A person could have shorted that. In the today's video review, I'd said that our lower yellow here would maintain us in a trade, and why would that be the case? Let's have a look at that now. Well, you'll notice on this left chart here, I didn't discuss it in today's video review, but this white line was there. And this white line is from a higher chart frame. It's more advanced, if you will. Someone that can take in more than the two charts that you're looking at would look at a third chart. And let's just take a look at that. We're looking at the wrap cycle of this higher chart frame. Price just pulled down here to the lower energy band, this of the 15,000 tick, to its mid. Now that's a very strong point to rally up from. We were expecting to reach this crest for a target. So as price rallied on up, we were expecting the prices to go a little bit higher, up to about 75, for example, and they weren't quite there. So that was the rationale behind that. If someone was just looking at the two charts, then exiting out of the position or potentially taking a short against that, I guess, could have been done. But it's a very strong move off the lows here. Whether you recognize that this was a strong energy point for a trend reversal, Charles Drummond in his previous work had discussed 5 types of trading: congestion entrance, congestion action, congestion exit, trend, and trend reversal. So we look at these different cycles on different chart frames, and essentially this was a trend run up. in which we did not see the potential for taking that short. Let's look at the second question now. This next question is at about 10:15 Eastern, this white dotted line. The question is, why are we not shorting this white dotted line? We do get a red bar here to get short. Why in today's video review did we look to short this out here? And the answer is, we are looking for price after this move down here. We've fallen down into this lower energy band. As price bounces from there, the cycle is headed back to this white solid midline first. The white solid midline is drawn on our trade chart right over here. So we want to get as close as possible as we can to this. So taking the short out over here is the thing to be doing, since we are focusing on this chart frame. It's a great question because the support here is now acting like resistance, and that is at about 70.5. 70.5 comes in right where this white dotted thick line is, and that's a very good question, but the answer is we're looking for the market to cycle back to the midline, or excuse me, the midline up here. Next question. So this comes from someone who has been looking at the videos for a period of time and is asking some really great questions. He's asking, why is this white dotted line not a sale? Because this white dotted line is inside of this upper energy band, which we have been talking about as what is known as a power mid trade. So on the trade chart here, you'll see this white dotted line inside that upper energy band, and he's asking, well, on that red bar right there, why aren't you taking your short? I think I mentioned in today's video review we would remain long. So essentially the way this works is when we're looking at other charts, we're taking into account our cycles of the wrap. Let's look at the higher chart frame. And this person is asking about this white solid line here on a higher chart frame. Why aren't we shorting right there? Why is that not a place to short? And the way we look at this is, if we look at our higher chart frame coming into today, we've got some levels of support down here, and you could see that the market pulls on down. Now this is a very significant level of support, as we can see our E-mid line, our white dotted E-mid line, hooks up and actually supports the market to the tick. When that happens, the cycle of this chart that we're looking at, this is the higher chart frame, is going to return back to its mid that is shown just above this solid white line. It's this dotted line, which is at about 64. So on the return there, we would expect that to be a very strong point if there's going to be any energy at all whatsoever coming down out of it. You notice that we would be selling directly back into the support, but what happens that tips us off in terms of our trade chart is, let's look at that, is that the trade chart, you notice the price, the bars go much higher than our white dotted line. This is an indication that 64 and about 63.75, we'll call it for this dotted white line, is not strong energy. It's not pushing down. What we have done is we have broken out of this congestion action down here into a trend reversal up, and the market is seeking, based on our higher chart frame, some sellers that have previously come into the market. The sellers are located up here and up here, and price does return to them. It's amazing how many times the market will return to where some large inventory of sellers were put in and try to challenge them out of their position. So anyway, thank you very much for your questions, and please keep them coming. We love your interest and feedback. Have a great day.